Assalamu alaikum students. I'm your science teacher. Today we are going to play a game in which I'm going to give you a theme like global warming. Now you have to say one word at your turn. Let's start our game. First, I'm giving you one word for global warming. And my word is carbon. Next is your turn. Now tell me your word. Yes, ice is a word that belongs to the global warming. Okay then, I heard ocean. Yes, it is correct. Temperature. Temperature is also correct. That belongs to the global warming. It's mean you enjoy it. Okay, thank you so much. Have you eaten your breakfast today? Yes, I also had my breakfast. Why we eat breakfast? We eat breakfast or food to get energy. What happens when we don't eat food? We will not get energy and we cannot perform any task and can't run our life. Today in this module, we are going to discuss about the chapter Fit and Healthy. The food we eat provides us energy. Most of the energy is used for four things: to keep our body working, for growing new cells in our bodies. Third one is to keep our bodies at the right temperature, and the fourth one is to enable our muscles to do work. Keeping a healthy body weight is a matter of balancing the energy we take in as a food with the energy we use up. Any unused energy is stored as a fat in our bodies. Starchy foods are first converted by the digestive system into the sugar such as glucose. The chemical breakdown of glucose to release the energy takes place inside our body, and this process is known as a respiration. We can keep fit by eating reasonable amount of sensible food and by exercising regularly. Did you know that an average teenager needs at least 60 minutes physical activity each day to maintain a fit and healthy body? Next is we are going to discuss about the energy foods. Fats and sugars are energy foods. Energy is measured in kilojoules. The more kilojoules a food has, the more energy it will provide. If this energy is not used up, the body stores excess energy as a fat and the person becomes overweight. Next is we are going to discuss about the proteins. Proteins are needed to build and repair body tissues. And proteins are found in fish, seafoods, eggs, dairy products such as milk, yogurt and the cheese one. Next is we are going to discuss about the mineral salts. Minerals are very important for building tissues such as bones and the teeth. Nuts and seeds are packed with an array of minerals but particularly rich in magnesium, zinc and manganese copper. So nuts provides us a lot of minerals. Next we are going to discuss about the vitamins. Vitamins play a vital role in chemical reaction which take place in body. Vitamin A. Vitamin A is used for growth and the development and maintenance of immune system. It means that vitamin A provides us growth and development and also help us to maintain the immune system. And now what is immune system? Immune system is the system that protects our body against the barrier, against the microorganism. Vitamin C involves in repairing tissues, protect cells and maintaining healthy skin. They are found in oranges, strawberries, tomatoes, kiwi, red and green bell peppers, and the last one is vitamin E. It is very essential for us. It provides antioxidants, support immune functions, lower heart risk of cancer. It helps for heart diseases, and it is very beneficial for eye health. And it is found in the avocados, nuts, seeds, whole grains, foods, and Spanish and other dark leafy greens. Fibers are also very essential for us, and it should be included in our diet. Fibers are also known as roughage or buck. They are the sugars and the starch from the plants, fruits, vegetables, whole grains, legumes such as peas, beans. They all provide us fiber. Next is we are going to discuss about the nutritional disorders. If we eat too much and do not take enough exercise, we become obese. Obesity is a complex health disorder where a person suffers from an excess amount of a body fat. And the second one is the malnutrition. Malnutrition is getting too little or too much of a certain nutrition. It can lead to the serious health issues, which includes stunt growth, eye problems, diabetes, and the heart disease. Here we are going to discuss about the nutrition disorders, in which first is diabetes. Diabetes. It is a disease in which your blood sugar, which is known as a glucose, levels are too high. Glucose comes from the food. Insulin is a hormone that produced in the pancreas that helps the glucose get into your cells to give them energy. And the symptoms of diabetes is people with the diabetes could go on to the serious health problem like heart disease, blindness, and dementia. Now we are going to discuss about the heart disease. Heart disease. Eating too much fat can result in a build-up of a fatty substances called as a cholesterol in the blood. Heart disease happens when coronary arteries get blocked by the cholesterol. The coronary arteries are very narrow, and when the cholesterol sticks to artery walls, it makes them even narrow. This causes the blood supply to the heart to slow down. The main function of heart is to pump the blood. If heart does not pump the blood to the whole body, then the body is in a stage of having insufficient of oxygen, and it leads to the failure of heart. The symptoms include extreme fatigue, shortness of breath, dizziness, chest pain, pressure as known as angina, heart palpitations, swelling in your legs, feet known as edema, difficulty in sleeping, and also weight gain. Next is we are going to discuss about the hepatitis. Hepatitis is the inflammation of a liver. If this becomes permanent, it will cause the liver failure or a liver cancer that causes the illness and even the death. The symptoms include yellowing of skin and yellowing of the white parts of the eyes. Hepatitis have further types: hepatitis A, hepatitis B, and hepatitis C. Hepatitis A is caused by the virus, which can be spread by contacting with any person or eating a raw seafood or drinking unhygienic water that contains the hepatitis virus. And hepatitis B is spread by the blood or any fluid, body fluid, from the infected person. There is no cure of hepatitis B, but treatment are available. And the last one is hepatitis C. It is also spread by the blood and other body fluids. It is the most serious kind of the hepatitis and most commonly reason of the liver transplant in the adults. I hope you get this whole topic. This is your homework. You have to do these pages of textbook in your copy, and your submission date is Wednesday. Thank you.